I'm back with another one, man. This young lady right here, man, she going wild, man. She go as far as stealing, man. Come on, girl. Your parents didn't taught you well? Why you out there stealing? You got a job? Walk me through this one, man. Take a walk with me on this one. Do it.
Was a 32-minute recorded custodial interview that raised real questions about Miranda compliance, the limits of interrogation, and who else bears responsibility here.
Just relax. Just wait. Okay, you have anything on you I need to know about? I know you just came out of the courthouse. Do you have anything on you I need to know about?
No, I don't.
Anything in your pockets or anything like that?
No.
This young lady's going to search you, all right? Make sure there's nothing on you, all right? Are you significant other? You are a friend to Jeremiah? All right, here's my card. I'm going to be taking her to jail today for fraud, okay? For fraud, yeah, credit card fraud. All right? So she's safe, she's okay, she's going to be with me. I'm the arresting detective, but that's my card, okay? I'm going to have her, she's going to call you when she gets there, all right? All righty? All right, hi, I'm Detective Coda Cabbage.
Nice to meet
I would
you.
like to talk to you about fraudulent charges.
Okay.
Would you be willing to talk to me about
Yes.
that? All right, we can take her to HQ, I think. Yeah. Could you raise your right hand for me, please? You swear the information you are about to provide will be the truth.
Yes.
Okay, put your hand down. So obviously I said we have 3 different reports here. Can you, and your name is there as a reporting party.
Right.
Could you tell me a little bit about what led to 3 reports being given to the police?
So what led to 3 reports was one, Chris' wife called me and she said that there was some fraudulent activity that went on with one of his cards. So after I spoke with her, I continued to wait till she reached back out to give me more information I can go off of, because I asked her for if she could provide me with the address of the apartment complex or anything like that, so we could try to narrow things down to see if indeed it was somebody from here. She, in the process of me waiting on her, that's when I got a call the next day from another wife of Juan. I had HR run a profile to try to see if I had anyone that lived off of any one of the techs, because we would be the only people that would have access to their cards and everything. And once they ran the report, that's when I found out I had one tech that did follow suit with that address.
And when you say tech, what having access to lockers, what does that process look like?
So the process, so we have all the lockers locked behind a closed door in one room. And all the lockers have individual locks on there, and we have a master key. So the only time we're supposed to go in the lockers is if we're putting something in the lockers for the patients or retrieving something from it. So what made me, these 2 cases wasn't even what made me look into her. What made me look into her was we had another case with Corey, and he was getting ready to discharge and he was missing some money.
You don't need handcuffs, right? You're not gonna attack me?
No.
Because I do fight back.
I'm not good.
That's what I tell my niece and nephew. Whenever they hit me, I say I hit back. So I am Detective Coda Cabbage. My camera's on. Obviously, you were just arrested outside of the jail, right? So because you're here, I have to read you your rights, right? I can make no threats or promises to induce you to make a statement. This must be of your own free will.
I understand.
Makes sense? Okay. And are you currently employed? Are you working?
Yes.
Okay, where do you work?
So right now I work at a recovery center.
What do you do there?
So a recovery advocate.
So what is it?
So basically, like recovery advocate, they basically they do scheduling, they do things for the patients, like make sure that they know where they're going for the day, what groups they're attending, and stuff like that.
Okay, got you. So you sort of guide the patients?
Yes, just guide them.
Okay, and schedule. What's the name of that title again? Recovery Advocate. That's a pretty cool title. Before center, because that's a pretty recent job. You've only been there less than 3 months. Did you work anywhere else before then? Same sort of title, same.
Yeah, well, theirs is more like same thing, substance abuse.
So they're the same sort of center, but did you have the same job responsibilities?
Yeah. Before that, I already had let them know I was looking for better pay, anyways, because I'm a mom. So I was looking for better pay, and that was one of my main reasons. I was telling them that I was going per diem, looking for someone that at least paid better, because they only pay $16 an hour, and you can't really a single mom can't really make away with just $16.
No.
Then why did you take the job if you know your job didn't pay enough? You should just go on looking for another job somewhere else that paid a little bit more. Come on, man.
So I had already let them know that, I plan on going per diem because I was looking into somewhere else. Like, I let them know that. And then after I let them know that or whatever, they came to me with some allegations or whatever, basically saying, oh, well, we accuse you of, well, we think you was doing this and doing that with a patient. So they basically said a patient, I guess his wife came up there, whatever the case may be. They were trying to make it seem like we talked to the patient's wife and she said she didn't know where the charge came from or whatever the case may be.
I'm confused. What charge?
A
patient's wife called you or called?
Called, I guess, the facility owner or whatever.
Okay.
And was letting them know, hey, I don't know where this charge came from, and I don't think he did it or whatever. And so she came to, so me and the patient was, close, and I always.
Who was the patient that you're
So his name was Juan. She was just like, Juan's wife called and she said she seen a transaction and she know that it's probably not him, but she's gonna come up here and dispute it, and she just want him to tell her where the transaction came from. And so that's the last I heard of them anything about it. That was that. And I was already transitioning to a new place anyways, and I already had told them, like, I had basically put in my letter of, to let them know I'm not gonna be here or whatever the case may be. So
you don't even care about what they were saying? Or?
Yeah, I did, because I'm like, hey, she was in the middle of her already telling me this or whatever. She was like, she spoke to the wife. The wife had her say something on it. The wife feel like she didn't know where the transaction came from. She, when speaking to the patient or whatever, she was like, I spoke to him. He didn't really say nothing about it or the transaction or anything.
Right.
So, all she could do is just go off of upset wife saying she seen a transaction, but he didn't tell the wife, or he didn't tell the wife no, or this is not the case.
So Juan's wife calls and says, hey, there's a charge on Juan's credit card. How did it get there?
Yeah, that's what she basically said.
And then you said accuse you or something. So what did they?
So basically they said, well, using his credit card or whatever the case may be, mind you, because they know that me and Juan is close. We do he asked me to help him with things, and we talk, and he'll tell me, literally, he one of the ones that I was close with. He'll talk to me, I'll tell him, he'll ask me. I was like, yeah, I'm in school, I'm a single mom and stuff like that. And he became, close to me or whatever.
Right. Did Juan ever actually give you his card? Because you're saying.
Yes, that's what. So one day I was at work and we was I came in, I was at my normal self because I'm a single mom and I was going through something, and he noticed that I was going through something, and he was like, yeah. So he was like, Maya, I see your energy not up high usually, because my energy, I'm always there, I'm doing whatever, running around for the clients or whatever. And he was like, what's going on? I just told him my situation and what I was going through.
What was the situation?
And basically, I'm a single mom, so it's hard. I'm not gonna lie, it's hard when you're a single mom and you're trying to figure things out. And I was just telling him, right now, I paid paid what I could and did all this and that, but it's another one coming up and I'm short. And he understood that, and he was like, oh, you only get paid $16 here? That's crazy. You work too hard, you deserve more than that. And he just basically started telling me about telling me, yeah, y'all are getting underpaid here and stuff, and what can I do to help? And I literally told him, and then the thing is,
what'd you tell him though?
I was like, well, my rent, that's what I'm going through right now.
Gotcha. So
my rent is what I'm going through.
How much is your rent?
It was $21.95, something like that.
That's pretty hard to make up.
But when they
16 an hour,
it's
right?
it's $21.95, but they add on other stuff. So by the time they add it up, it's $23, $24.
Okay.
And he literally just what do you need help with it? I can tell you, and he literally told me his information, right there at the job.
Did you see what he was putting in?
I didn't even, I'm just thankful for the fact that he was willing to look out, which, of course, it's a job, so I know that,
Are you allowed to do that?
You can't be close with the patients, to that extent, which I know that. Thinking at the time, I was literally just thinking a single mom who just trying to figure it out. And then I even offered him, I was like, I can send it back to you, because I'm working and I can, send it back to you or whatever. And he just was like, you okay, you a good person. I see you busting your, like, working hard for your daughter, you in school, like, it's okay.
So he offered to pay your rent.
Yes.
You logged into your rent portal on your
Yes.
phone, and he plugged in, I'm assuming, a credit card or something
Yes,
to
yes.
pay for it. Do you do the intake for patients sometimes?
Sometimes, but most of the times I'm usually like, it just all depends on who's in that moment. Sometimes you might not do the intake for that
But
person.
you've done one before.
Yes.
Okay. So they surrender their property to you, like a phone and you said a wallet
Yep.
or something? And then where is all that stuff kept? Is
So
it
it's kept in like a safe key, like lockers.
in lockers? Okay. Who would have access to those lockers? Is it supervisors? Do the patients have
So
access?
supervisors and RAs have, like, they can go inside the locker. The lockers, there was placed like in the supervisor office. So like,
Oh, gotcha.
she's in there and the lockers are
You
in
as an RI had access to it. Say I was a patient and I said, hey, Miss Adams, I need to get something from my locker. You would have the ability to go get that item if it was
approved.
approved by a nurse or supervisor.
Yes.
Is this that room that you were talking about where the patients keep their? Okay. Do you recognize that person?
Yes.
Who's that? That's you. What were you doing there?
So right there, I'm getting the keys situated to get ready to unlock it, and I had my phone in my hand because I usually be texting, and then I unlock it and put stuff in.
Whose locker is that?
So I can't see the name.
So we'll back it up. Maybe you don't remember whose locker it is. What did you just take out there? What is that?
So right there is a manila folder, and in those folders, like, we put like important things in there. The paperwork, what they do when the intake is in there, like money logs and things like that.
Money logs. So that would be a log of, say they bring money and then.
We'll write it on the log.
So and if a patient says, hey, I need $20 for cigarettes, do you log it out to them?
Yep.
Okay. So tell me what happens next.
And you'll get a signature and.
Why do you go to the corner and set that down and turn your back to the camera?
So basically, usually I'd be putting things in there. It just all depends on, like, if I gave a patient their phone or if I gave them something out of the safe key, I'll put it back in there and I'll close it up.
So why do you have nothing to give a patient? You didn't write anything down. You have nothing.
No, so 9 times out of 10, if I didn't have like nothing to give him, it could have been. I usually put like. If the therapist give me something for them, if it's a card, if it's an insurance card, if it's anything like that, all I do is put it back in sit it on the thing, put it back in the manila folder, and put it back
So
in
you
the
can
locker.
go in there without the patient asking you to do something?
You can go, yeah, you can go in there with a therapist asking you to do something, or a supervisor asking you to pull something or put something back.
Okay.
The
Yes.
therapist asked you to do something here?
Yeah, so 9 times out of 10 when I'm going in there, it's because of a therapist or a supervisor telling us to do something.
What would their request have been?
So I'm not quite sure what the request was. Then I know we get like insurance cards and things like that, IDs, and put it back.
Okay. So what that video is, do you like memorize? I'm sure you have so many patients over there. Like, there's a lot of patients all the time. Do you remember everyone's like names?
I don't remember every single one of them sometimes because they can have like up to 45 patients, but I like certain ones I remember.
This video, I didn't give you the date. Maybe it'll help your memory. Oh, excuse me. That video was from Sunday, December 7th at about 6:30 p.m. Here's what do you remember a patient named Corey?
So yeah, I remember Corey too.
Corey went to with $200 and that money was missing from his locker.
So
is that you?
You know what's crazy about that situation right there? I didn't get $200 from Corey locker. I didn't do none of that. Mind you, Corey, when he had his intake or whatever, I wasn't even there when his intake was taken.
You didn't do his intake.
I didn't do his intake or none of that kind of stuff. So I didn't know about that. When she brought up that situation and mentioned it to me, she also mentioned, telling me about, she asked all of the RAs, she went and seen who did his intake, went on the money log, this and that. She would ask me stuff. A lot of times he would want me to get cigarettes from the vape machine for him and stuff like that. Right. And that's what I would do for them. I would go to the vape machine, I would go get cigarettes and stuff.
The vape machine? Because he reported it to us. I randomly talked to Corey that it was $200 that was missing. It wasn't on the money log, it wasn't nothing.
And see, that's the thing. It should have been on the money log.
You're going into a dark room without putting the lights on.
And see, the thing is about that, the light
switch is right there.
Yes.
So why would you not put the, that's a dark room. It might look light because there's night vision on the camera, but that's a dark room with no windows. Why would you go in there and not put the light on so you can see what the hell you're doing?
So 9 times out of 10, it looks super dark on there, but it's not really dark in that room. Like even with that light that's right there, that's in the hallway. I usually just go in there and unlock the lock and put the stuff in and leave out. I be getting ready to.
You know what it looks like, right?
Yeah, that's when I get what it looks
bad.
like. Yeah, it do.
It looks like you're stealing the $200 that's missing from his locker. That locker that you're touching in the dark, turning away from the camera, and like. Doing whatever you were doing.
And then I had my headphone in, so 9 times out of 10, I probably was on the phone.
You're on your phone a lot, aren't you?
Not a lot, but like usually I'll be on there sometimes or listening to stuff.
Okay. Do you know another patient, Christopher?
No, I don't.
You never met him? Okay. Why was your rent paid with Christopher Harry's credit card?
So the only person that looked out for me for real was.
There's no only person. My question is, why was Christopher Harry's credit card used to pay for your
So
rent
when was it?
at 1950? I'm just telling you. I know this happened. I want to be here. And my question is, why? If you don't remember who Christopher Harry is, why is his Discover credit card used?
You said
In November.
For Henry?
Yeah. In November, mind you, and you have the proof right here. Coincidentally, when we make contact with you. There was a credit card payment reversed on November 28th of 2025. Whose credit card was that?
So you said Christopher.
Yes.
Christopher, was he in detox or was he in?
I might remind you that, do you have a criminal past? Okay. Lying is one thing, right? I don't arrest someone unless I know what happened. I'm not asking, every question I've asked you, I've already known the answer. I'm not asking you if you did it. I want to know why his card was used. Did he give you permission? Was it another weird thing with the wife didn't know? And
So
were you desperate? Just
so the situation with
tell me what
Christopher.
happened.
The situation with Christopher, I wasn't like desperate or nothing, but like he would like try to, talk to me like.
Okay.
He was one of those patients like.
You told me you don't remember who he is, so you can't tell me that.
I'm sorry.
No, you cannot lie to me now and tell me that you had some weird relationship just because I suggested it. You fell for my trap, though.
No, but it wasn't no like weird relationship or nothing like as in super weird or nothing. It just was like me working or whatever. And he would like be super.
You told me you don't know who Chris is. You don't remember him. So anything you're telling me after that about Chris, unless it's the truth, I'm gonna know that you're lying to me.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm finna tell you about Christopher.
How can you tell me how he was with you if you told me you don't know who he is? So were you lying to me when you said?
She can't get her story right, man. She keep lying. You don't know who Christopher is, but you said he's trying to flirt with you. Come on, man. You can't keep your story right, baby.
You don't know who he is, or are you lying to me now, making up some relationship?
Me telling you I didn't know who
Because the
he
truth will
is.
set you free.
Yeah,
right?
me telling you I didn't know who he is because I know who he is.
Okay.
Then why'd you lie?
So why'd you lie?
Because it's just.
You didn't lie about Juan.
You lied for a reason.
You're right.
Okay. So you want to tell us what happened?
When we go like do stuff for them, we do runs, we go to the vape machine, we do this and that or whatever the case may be. He'll like say stuff like, dude, don't tell nobody or you can get something like we go to the store for them and stuff. We do that sometimes.
Okay.
Or he'll be like, you can get something but don't mention it. Like and nothing big, I'm not gonna lie.
How do you sneak that you wouldn't have?
Nothing big or personal, like we go get something from the vape machine for them, or if we do a store run, like an Instacart order or something like that for them, like you can grab something or whatever the case may be. Nothing big, but if you're going grocery shopping for somebody, you're just grabbing something, you can grab chips or something like that. With his, I just got the numbers and did the rent thing and let them know.
Did you have his credit card or did you have the number written down?
So you don't have to have, it's like a, what do you call it? A sheet, like we don't, so sometimes you don't have to take the sheet everywhere you go, but sometimes you do. In the intake packet, it's a sheet, and they write their name on there, the form of payment that they want to use, and that's also the sheet that the therapist uses as well. So that's the sheet, and we just take it up there and we get the
So at
cigarette.
some point, Chris said, I would like my Discover card used for some sort of payment.
Yes, yes, yes,
And
yes,
have it on file.
yes, yes, yes,
Handwritten numbers.
Okay.
yes, yes.
Here's my issue. Chris was there for not very long. He was within a blackout period.
Yes, yes.
Right? And he gets discharged on November 27th, Thanksgiving Day. All right. And your rent was paid with his card the day after he left. Explain how that happens. Because he didn't say, go get me a date on
No, so-
28th because he wasn't there.
No, I'm saying, so this is the thing about Chris, like previously before that, this is something like how I told you on the paperwork, we have like a sheet with the
Yeah.
information on there. And when you discharge, they keep the like, kind of like the forms or whatever the case may be, put it inside of your folder and they give it to you and you discharge. But previously before that, me dealing with him, if you look at me and Chris, like I don't know if I did the luggage search or the intake. I did one of those for him when he first came in. And I did go, like, go to the machine and get him a vape. This was like during the blackout period. I went and got him the vape and the information was on the paper.
Where would that charge be? Would it be on his Discover card?
Yeah,
What cell phone provider do you use?
T-Mobile.
Did he allow you to pay for your phone bill with this card too?
No, he didn't.
Did you do that without his permission? Did you do the rent with his permission?
So basically,
Because you said he said, buy me something.
yes, but with him saying buy something, that is a lot. Like that is
$16
much.
and $30
Yes, yes.
to $2,500.
Yes.
Truth will set you free. Did he know that you were charging your rent on his credit card that you had access to?
So I would say no because even though
either
you told me to
you did or
get,
you didn't.
I said no because even though you told me you can get something that's above the price.
Okay. So now this is like the second patient that is like cool with you and maybe you're taking advantage of it or whatever. You're saying Juan gave you permission?
Yeah, one
But
definitely.
if I
like,
ask
me and
Juan
one.
in front of court and hook him up to a lie detector, is Juan going to be lying when he tells me, no, I did not allow her to charge her rent for $2,500?
No, the one is not. The thing is,
No, is he going to be a liar if he tells me in a joke?
oh, you say if he tells you.
Yeah, if he says,
yes.
no, Your Honor. Okay, I never allowed her to use my Chase or whatever credit card to pay for her rent. I never would allow that. He would be a liar.
Yes, because me and Juan was definitely like, it was given like granddaughter, niece. Like, me, I'm not gonna lie, out of all of the ones that was there.
He wouldn't lie, did they?
Yeah. Out of all of the ones, me and him was, you get what we was like, close.
Alright. So Chris, 24.72 in rent. He didn't know about that. And then $232 for T-Mobile. How'd you remember the card number? Because he had already left with his paperwork on the 27th.
So basically-
how did you have it on the 28th?
So basically, that's what I was telling you about the form.
If you were able to log in and just look at his credit card number and just.
Yeah, you can go to
pay
your,
the rent?
you can go to your email and,
No, is that what you did? Did you log in, pull up his shit, and then you went in your rent portal and typed it in?
yes, like,
While at work.
yes, so basically you can go, that's what I'm telling you. When I was at, I had access to the email, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And whatever email, another text in or whatever email my supervisor sent to me,
It wasn't redacted or anything? Every tech there can have access to all these personal financial. That's not, like, almost that's like too tempting. That's crazy. How come
we
You
all,
obviously were tempted, and temptation got the better of you. Is that
Yeah.
right?
yeah, only because of my situation at the time.
Something that I got an issue with, you said that Chris asked you to buy a vape for him in the days before you had used his card to pay for rent. I see absolutely no charges that would have anything to do with a vending machine, a third party, other than Walmart, Home Depot, and Publix. So my question to you is, you told me like a half truth, and I respect you for that, and I thank you for that. Did you not go into his wallet and retrieve his card and memorize or take a photo or write down his Discover card number? Because it should have never been used for anything. It should have stayed in his wallet.
You're right, it shouldn't have been
So
used for
did you go
anything.
into I don't want a whole explanation. Just try to answer the question. Did you go into his locker without his permission because you had access? And did you remove that Discover card and either write it down or take a picture of it so that you could use it at a later time?
And nope.
You did not.
Can I tell you how?
Go ahead.
So basically, what I just explained to her, when a person comes in during intake, a part of the intake process is it's a form It's a pharmacy form. You're gonna write your name, you're gonna write your like pharmacy stuff at the top, and then the next line, you're gonna write the form of payment that you would like to pay if the doctor wants you to get a specific medicine from our pharmacy. Like literally, we take a picture of the form and we upload it into the email, and we tag the pharmacy, we tag the supervisor, and all of us see it.
I would like your help in saving me some time.
Okay.
You have 5 chargebacks for rent. Were there other patients as well? Other
The
than
5
one?
chargebacks, no. My granddad, so.
I'm following, I have subpoenas out for all of those cards, and I'm gonna have to track down each card holder, and if they tell me they don't know you and they didn't authorize those charges, you're gonna have more criminal charges. So let's cut the bullshit. Tell me, there's 5 chargebacks on your rent. Were those also patients from? Did you discover their card information in a similar way that you just told me?
Yeah, kind of.
So all 5 of them. Right? Let's try Juan Espinal again. Did he authorize you to do rent?
Yes.
You know it's a crime to commit to report something to police. That's fake, right?
Yes.
So you're saying that he's putting his neck out and perjuring himself is the term, filing a false police report saying, I never authorized this rent payment and I don't know who this is.
Yes.
So I can go arrest him right now.
So yes, with Ron, this is another thing with Ron. His wife is kind of like pushy, so like whatever she says goes with him.
Yeah, and he's always scared to lie to her, tell her.
Yeah, like.
I'm sure he didn't want to tell his wife that he'd let you do it.
But me being completely honest, out of all of the ones, Ron was the one that like said yes.
He said yes.
You know why I believe you?
Like he was. He said it. Me and him was
You didn't
literally.
lie because you lied about Chris. You lied about Chris because you knew that was wrong. You didn't lie about Juan because you had permission.
Yes, like literally, one was like a
I
granddad.
believe you for Juan.
One was it's after Chris though. You'd already done it to Chris's card, right? And one was after that. Have you heard of someone else doing this? Did you get did you get the idea on your own? I'm not asking if anyone helped you or is involved with this, but coworkers talk shit. We talk shit all the time. Was someone bragging about this and they said, look, you could do this if you need money or whatever?
So basically, not even bragging, but just saying like clients that did things for them.
Okay. Did anyone say that you could just log into the company email and rip people's credit cards off of their pharmacy form?
Just
Did you arrive at that conclusion on your own? Did you?
no,
are
I
you the
didn't.
mastermind?
Like, I didn't.
Who told you that? Do they
Like-
still work there?
No,
You promised.
they don't.
Why? Did
She
they
was
fire?
she was gone before me.
Okay.
You didn't steal that $200?
I did not. Out of court day.
Listen, that video, you look suspect as hell.
I know, but I
You
put
act
this
like
on.
that you're not doing something sketchy.
I put this on my child. Now that one,
Who took his money?
I didn't.
Point.
Mind you, I didn't.
What did you buy with Corey's Wells Fargo card on Walmart.com? What did you buy?
One more. Maybe groceries.
Did you use his card for Walmart?
It would be groceries from
For yourself.
yeah, like my daughter, because I don't get like any assistance or benefits.
Don't you know it's always going to come back to bite you though?
Yeah, I know that
Your
now.
name's on this.
I know that
No, you
now.
should have known. You know now. You should have known it when you were doing it.
And you ain't worried about getting caught. It's obvious that the lease is in your name and that card's being used to pay your rent.
You know it's going to bite you in the ass, especially with Chris's.
Yeah.
You just. We don't want to be here arresting you.
That's so stupid she is, man. Everything come right back to you because the paper trail. Lease is under your name. The phone is under your name. Come on, man. You're not very smart, girl.
And I'm not even gonna lie, I literally was thinking in survival mode, like, and that's being honest, that's just being real. And
Did you ever try to contact him and pay him back and make it all go away?
I didn't, because I didn't like have his number or nothing like that. I just wanna get this over with in my life to get back to what I'm
That's
trying to
the
achieve.
goal here, because the quicker we get through this, the quicker you get there, the quicker Jake can get your bond, the quicker you're home to your baby.
It's just a financial thing. Don't freak out. I don't know if
I can almost
never been in jail.
I can almost promise you that you will not do jail time for this.
I never
That's
been
my-
in jail, I just wanna get my life back.
I can almost promise you that. I'm not promising you that. But I have never seen someone that's a first-time offender for third-degree little fraud charges doing any jail time whatsoever. Okay? You will have to go to jail to be booked. And you might have to stay until tomorrow morning to see a judge. You may have to do that.
So you felt bad and had guilt and fear that this would happen. You know it would catch up to you?
Yeah. I believe in what you did shot, you get back. I really believe in that.
Right?
You believe in what?
Whatever you put into the universe, you gonna get it back, so you gotta make it right.
Well, you're making it right.
This won't ever happen in my life again, I'm not gonna lie.
You gotta look at your policy. I might be a cop, but I'm not a narc, all right? I'm not in the business of ruining people's lives. But it's gonna be documented via public record that you stole from patients, okay? That you use your position of trust and authority and exploited that, right?
Because they are there for rehab, so you're exploiting them too, because they're a
They're
mess.
vulnerable people, right?
Yes.
And even though they say, yeah, charge me, it's fine, help yourself, they could be high as a kite, detoxing. They could be on meds, they don't even know where they are, right? So my concern now is you work at a center, and that's an identical job. What are they gonna say? You probably have to let them know. If
Yeah,
you got
I will.
arrested,
I will.
right? You're gonna have to. I would hope that you would tell them what happened,
Yes, I will, like,
especially
I'm
because
not
you're
gonna
gonna miss
lie.
work tonight.
For these,
Tell them you told the truth.
for these past, like, weeks, I've been praying, and like, I think this was meant to happen. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Were you worried about getting caught and all?
So, from the beginning, like, y'all don't know how it feels waking up every day feeling like I know what I did was wrong. I know, but I was trying.
But I hear it all the time, and every time I speak to someone who knows they messed up, they feel this unbelievable, just like amount of weight off their shoulders. And you don't have to carry this around with you anymore.
Yes.
And you don't need to wake up every day alive.
Like,
Because the truth is out there and you're ignoring it. Now the truth is out there and you're facing it. All right?
even with
It's gonna
Jay,
suck now, but this is temporary. It was not the end. All right? So I appreciate you finally telling me the truth. Good people make mistakes. This is a mistake. All right? Granted, you're gonna accept responsibility for it, right? And you're gonna pay for your mistakes because that's life, right? That's the whole premise of the Bible, right?
Yes.
You mentioned God, so I'm bringing it up.
so God, to do whatever you have to do to get me back to
This is
where I want to
penance.
be.
Your best lessons are taught through suffering, all right? And this is that. It's how it always happens. When you ask him for something, he doesn't give you that thing. He gives you an opportunity to prove that thing, right?
Yes.
All right, so that's where we're at. You're gonna get this back with you. I have no reason to take your phone. That would just be nasty of me to do. You already gave me that. You wanna know what happens now?
Yes.
So I also tell the truth. You have 3 third-degree felony charges that you're going to go to the Palm Beach County Jail with. All right. In a minute, I'm going to put you back in the room. I'm going to add some information to your arrest paperwork that you eventually told the truth and you confessed to using Chris's card without his written or verbal permission. All right. I'm going to state in there that you were eventually forthcoming and that you were sorry for what you did. All right. I don't know anyone that's. You can't fake those tears. Those are real tears. That's what I'm saying. All right.
Start with the arrest. The Fourth Amendment requires probable cause before any custodial arrest, and detectives had it thoroughly documented. They cross-referenced employee addresses against unauthorized rent payments traced to patient credit cards. The HR audit did the heavy lifting here. Timing the arrest at the courthouse was tactically clean. Known location, predictable window, minimal flight risk. No constitutional problem there. Once Adams was in custody and transported to headquarters, the Fifth Amendment fully applied. The Supreme Court made this clear in Miranda versus Arizona. Before any questioning, you read the rights. Before any statement, you get a waiver. Detective Cabbage did both. On camera. Now here's a nuance that matters. Colorado versus Spring established that a valid Miranda waiver covers topics the suspect wasn't specifically warned about. Adams waived her rights before the detective introduced 5 victims, multiple cards, and a co-worker disclosure. All of that falls under the single waiver. The interrogation technique itself was textbook. Progressive disclosure. Reveal enough to create contradiction. Then wait. Adams walked herself into every admission. She denied knowing Christopher Harry, then started describing him. The detective caught it immediately. You told me you don't know who he is. That's not manipulation. That's lawful impeachment in real time. Courts consistently allow detectives to confront suspects with known evidence during questioning. The legal issue worth flagging is the sentencing comment. The detective told Adams he could almost promise she wouldn't do jail time for this. Under Schneckloth versus Bustamante, voluntariness is assessed by looking at the totality of circumstances, not any single statement in isolation. Because Adams had already made substantial admissions before that comment, the impact on admissibility is limited. But it was avoidable, and it was imprecise. Detectives don't control sentencing. Prosecutors do. Judges do. Telling a suspect what her sentence will look like is not a promise a detective can keep. Now the substantive charges. Florida Statute 812.014 covers grand theft in the third-degree property valued between $750 and $20,000. The single rent payment on Christopher Harry's Discover card, $2,472, meets that threshold on its own. Florida Statute 817.61 covers fraudulent use of credit cards. No authorization. Personal benefit. Third-degree felony. Clear. Florida Statute 817.568 is the one that often gets overlooked. Fraudulent use of personal identification information. Adams didn't steal a physical card. She pulled the number from an unredacted patient form inside a shared company email. That's still a felony. The method of obtaining the data doesn't change the charge. What matters is that she used someone else's financial identity without consent for personal gain. 3 third-degree felonies in Florida carry a maximum of 5 years each. 15 years total exposure. $15,000 in fines. For a first-time offender, that's the ceiling. In practice, financial crimes at this level frequently resolve through probation or a diversion program. Detective Caviage receives an A-. The pre-arrest investigation was thorough, the courthouse timing was tactically sound, and the interview was legally clean from start to finish. The deduction is for that sentencing comment. You can acknowledge a case looks like a first-time offense, without making any prediction about outcome. Adams receives a C+. She eventually told the truth, and that matters both legally and morally. But it wasn't her first move. She lied about Christopher Harry. That lie is now part of the record, available to prosecutors at trial, and it undermined every other statement she made. She also waived her Fifth Amendment right to silence and spoke without a lawyer present. That is her right. It was also her worst decision of the day. The Recovery Center receives a C-. They reported the crime and cooperated with police. That's credit. But they created the conditions that made this easy. Distributing unredacted patient credit card numbers through a shared staff email accessible to every recovery advocate on shift violates PCI data security standards. That's not just a policy gap. It's a structural failure that could expose the facility to civil liability from every patient whose data was compromised. Takeaway for investigators. Document your investigation before the arrest, not just after. One avoidable comment about sentencing can become an appellate issue you didn't need. Takeaway for anyone in custody. Say nothing until you have a lawyer in the room. Being cooperative and being represented are not mutually exclusive. Takeaway for organizations handling patient financial.
Yeah, let me know what y'all think, man. What I'm saying, she's just lying. She don't know Chris. Then she started describing Chris to the police. From there, nothing that she said was credible. Everything she said out of her mouth was all a lie, man. She keep talking about vape machine this. I went to the vape machine to get him a vape, and then, come on, man. Stop it, girl. Let me know what y'all think about this one, man. She need help. Like, comment, subscribe.